I did want to show a book, Phil. I did want to show a book because some people may not believe the Bible. They go, I don't believe that book. What are your other sources that you may have? So, Phil, just do me one favor if I can. I did want to show some other sources because I know you have a lot of black unbelievers who, because our history have been lost and stolen. So I want to show you these books. Just put them on the screen. All right, this is John Ogilvy. This was a book written in 1671. Okay, Africa being an accurate description of the regions or Egypt, Barbary, Libya, and there's a long word there that I can't pronounce. But let's go inside the book. Go inside the book. Let's zoom in at the top. This is on page 341. This is about Africa. Watch what it says. Many Jews also are scattered over this region, meaning the region of Africa. Some natives boasting themselves of Abraham's seed, inhabiting both sides of the river Niger. Others are Asian strangers who fled either from the desolation of Jerusalem by Vespasian or from Judea, wasted and depopulated by the Romans, Persians, Saracens, and Christians, or else such as came out of Europe. Now, these were the black Jews that came out of Europe, whence they were banished out of some parts of Italy in the year 1342, out of Spain in the year 1462, out of the Low Countries, that means Netherlands, Amsterdam, in 1351, out of France in 1403, out of England in 1422. Now remember, Phil, these were black Jews, these were Africans, as people say today, Africans. These all differ in habit and are divided into several tribes, having no dominion, though both wealthy and numerous, but despised of all nations, and so abominated by the Turks, that's the Arabs, that they are not admitted to be Mohammedans unless first baptized, and then no otherwise made use of than to receive their customs and gather in their taxes. So this book was written in the late 1600s that many black Jews which lived in Africa were kicked out of Spain, Italy, the Netherlands, France, and England. These were black Jews from Africa that were keeping God's laws. And this history has been lost to our people because we don't read the old books. We like books from 1993 on up. No, these books from that time period are lost. You need them books from when we was in slavery. Give me another one. Give me another one like Negroes and Jews. Come on, I need y'all to be on top of this thing. Okay, watch this, Phil. I'm going to show you something. All right. Right. Here's a book, The Negroes and the Jews by Lenora E. Burson. Let's go inside this book. Okay. Let's go inside and let's take a look what it says. Go to the top. Okay.
Negroes' claim to be Jewish is legitimate. The land of Israel is located in Western Asia and borders on North Africa. All of the native inhabitants of that region were non-white. When Spain expelled its Jews in 1492, many of them went to Africa. It seems probable that some of them were brought later to America as slaves.
See that right there? You don't learn this in school, that the Jews from Spain that were kicked out were made slaves in the Americas. Go ahead.
The spirituals never sing of African rivers. It's always the Jordan or the Red Sea. They don't sing about African chiefs or kings. It's David or Moses or some other Jewish characters from the Bible.
Right. See, we thought, Phil, we were taught that the reason that the slaves sang songs about Moses and David and the Jordan is because we were indoctrinated by Christianity. That's not true. When they kicked the Jews out of Spain, they brought them to America. And those Jews, those black Jews who lost their culture, sang songs about David and the Jordan and Moses and Christ. This is what we did. Give me a next book. Yeah, here's another book, Phil. What's the year in that book? This is called Earth and its Inhabitants of Africa. What's the year at the bottom? 1892. Watch this. Go inside this book. I'm telling. So the Bible is a true source, but there's other old books. Go ahead.
east of Great Popo begins the Dahomey territory, guarded by the important town of Gelvir, known to Europeans by the various names of Fida, Havida, Wida. The old writers called it Judah, and its inhabitants were said to be Jews.
Right. So now you see, Phil, you see that word Wida? When you look it up, it says this word means birds. It's a country in Africa. They say it means birds. But this old book says the old writers called it Judah, and its inhabitants were said to be Jews. That's been lost today, Phil, because when you look in modern day books, it'll say Wida means land of birds or something like that. They have removed the term Judah altogether from it. So it's lost to our people. That's why I say you need those old books when we were enslaved, because they wasn't afraid of us reading, because we couldn't read back then during the time of slavery.